Hey, oh, hey, welcome back. This is RoladexStitches, Carla, and this is my Flosstube channel about cross-stitching. A little bit of daily life and a fair amount of cursing sprinkled in for funsies. Thanks for coming back. Thank you for my brand new followers. If this is your first time watching me, welcome to the Thunderdome, bitches. This tends to get a little tangenty and a lot cursy. It's just my personality. Sorry, y'all. No, actually, I'm not sorry. Is that worse? Anyways, I'm back. I have, my mouth is feeling a lot better. For those that don't know, I had all four of my wisdom teeth removed over a month ago. Well over a month ago. They pulled all four, and it was horrible. I think is not putting too much of a a strain on it to say yes, it was absolutely horrible. But what made it so horrible was that something went wrong with my bottom left, number 17 apparently, which is actually my lucky number. Apparently not this time. I just kept having so much pain right in the bottom left area. The other sides, they were hurting, but I mean, it wasn't like I could just tell that something was wrong. I don't smoke. I stayed away from straws, so we were pretty sure it wasn't any sort of dry socket. But it just, listen to your body when it just says that something's wrong, and something was wrong. So I went back in. I'm like, listen, I need you to check whatever's going on. And they did a whole other round of x-rays, and they're like, so don't freak out, but there's probably, that high probability is what they said, of some leftovers still in your hole, pretty much, in your tooth hole, where we extracted the very messed up tooth that was in there, because it was what's the word? It was like compounded. That's not the right word. I'll think of it in a minute. But anyways, they had to pretty much like break apart the tooth to get it out, because it was at such a bad angle, and it wasn't completely out of the gum. They broke it apart. Some pieces were left behind. Fuck. Like, fuck. So, yay me. I'm one of those, I'm one of the rare lucky few who got to go back in for a second dental surgery of removing the same wisdom tooth. I should play the fucking lotto. No, I shouldn't, because this was horrible, guys. This was legit horrible. It wasn't nearly as invasive as the first time, because they weren't cutting open all four. It was just this one, but they had to go back. They had to, I don't want to get in too much detail, because I know some people are really squeamish about teeth. But anyways, they had to go in. They really like cleaned it out very well this time. Irrigated it, as they say in dental terms, I guess. And oh, sweet baby Jesus, it was like, I was in so much pain, I was like, just do it. Because before, I had to work up my nerve to go in the first time. Now, obviously, I know why, because my body and life was telling me, don't do this, you're gonna die. Like Whoopi Goldberg from Ghost, you in danger, girl. That was my body telling me, don't do this. Don't take out your wisdom teeth. You're too old to learn new tricks and for your body to heal properly. Not really, but Anyways, hella long story long. Did you see that? Creepy. We'll just leave it. I'm not going to touch it. Now I'm freaked out. Hello, long story long. I'm feeling a lot better after the second round of slice and dice with my mouth. But yeah, that is, I'm thankfully feeling better. I know in the last video I was talking about I better frickin' be back up to 100% to go to this beef and garlic festival that was happening about an hour and a half away from here. And I was like, whew, man, here we go. And I did it. We got to go. Sadly, it wasn't that great. Womp womp. But it's. I think my husband and I went in thinking that it was going to be like this kind of big festival. In the States, we're used to festivals being a big damn deal. You know, Midwesterners go all out for their freaking, you know, fried food and their, you know, their festival carts and their vendors. I know East Coast and West Coast does it too, but I feel like it's mostly like a Midwest thing because we're in the middle. We got nothing else going on. You're going to come to us and bring us rides that'll make us puke and food that'll make us eat a lot. Japan's not about that life. They are not about that festival life. So it was just a few vendors with some amazingly good food. But I don't know. It just was, I don't know if we'll go back next year. It wasn't that awe-inspiring. I did pick up some garlic marinade. It's like some black garlic stuff, which was really cool. That was delicious. I made it with steaks a couple nights ago. They have a king and queen garlic. A garlic king and a garlic queen. Full dress up. I'm going to toss in some photos right here so you see them. I think my kids are in there too, Rowan and Declan. The kids really loved that. They were like, oh, why are they garlic? And I'm like, do you know where we are? The GD Garlic Festival. Of course there's going to be little Asians dressed up like garlic. Anyways, one highlight of it that I was really excited about was fried rainbow cheese. Who knew that was a thing? Not me, not this chick. So I got to, and it was very strange breading around this just log of rainbow colored cheese. Ever since we got here in Japan, it's been, I've noticed that cheese is not the same as you know, cheese that we're used to in America, which, hey, cool, whatever. And this did not disappoint in the same venue of it being different. There wasn't much flavor, but I had a really cool, like, string of rainbow cheese coming out of my mouth, because who doesn't want to vomit like the rainbow unicorn kitty? Like, if I could make that a GIF, like if I could have rainbows coming out of my mouth right now, that would be a really cool editing tool, but I doubt it'll happen. I don't think I know how to do that. I might just put a little photo. We'll see. We'll see how much editing I plan on doing today, because I might just be like, and hop out. Yeah, that was the garlic festival. Other than my mouth, and then also receiving and putting away our final shipment, which was not our final shipment. After taking inventory of the what was supposed to be all of our household goods, we are missing, I think it was at least 17 boxes, a 6.5 foot large red beanbag chair. I'm gonna put a photo up of my 5 foot tall, over 5 foot tall daughter on this beanbag chair with her cat on her butt. That's how large that thing is, and somehow it's been misplaced. My large vanity is not here. Missing one kitchen dining room chair, just one. And our safe. All in our printer, of course. So basically what we have figured out is that we're just missing like a whole container, because they put all of our stuff in boxes, they wrap all of our stuff up, and then put it in large coffin-like boxes to be shipped. We're missing one of those coffins. So we've obviously put in our request, our grievance, whatever the hell it is with the military, like, hey, give us our stuff. Because there were some large ticket items in there, and I have a feeling once they see how much it's going to accumulate up to, like how much that money is going to rack up, miraculously our thing's going to appear. I'm like, oh, we better find this, because we don't want to pay out 10 grand for these people's stuff. I hope. At least that's where I'm at. I'm not Catholic, I'm probably not supposed to do that. Anyways, so, but also like random, how I said like, oh, you know, it's some big stuff, but then also some random stuff. There should be more shelves here. See that little thing right above my finger? Should be a shelf here, another shelf here. We got all the rest of them, and we got this, but somehow somehow those two black pieces of shelving were put in another coffin. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. So I just have my shit just flopping around. Are we ready to talk about what happened with this? How it was just sitting here and then it just slowly yeeted out of its way. Apparently this base is very, very haunted. I will never not say, that's not the right verbiage, but I do fully believe in spirits, in, things that are beyond our realm of understanding. And y'all, this ancient ass Air Force base has some stuff going on. And it's totally different stuff than what than the typical spirits that we're used to back in Ohio and Maryland. They have, I did research when we first found out we were moving here because I'm a nerd. And those with small kids probably know this word, but it's yokai, Japanese, almost animal spirits, mischievous. They like to cause shit to happen. So pretty much like what a wood sprite would be, or an elf or a fairy would be. There's something floating around here that likes to make itself known. I just kind of every once in a while I'm like, you do you, boo-boo. I'm over here, you stay over there. The cat sees it every once in a while, I think, too, and I'm like, so I sage every once in a while just to make sure shit's going on. Like, you can stay, and you can do little tiny things like this. Just, don't come in my business a whole lot and make me scared and poop. Because no one wants that. Why are you guys here? If you are still here and still watching after this tangent, bless your hearts, because holy schnitzel, this is my life, y'all, and I'm just tuning in, basically, because this is a shit show. All right, let's actually get to some cross stitch. Let's see, what's been going on. I have really only worked on 2 projects the past month and a half. I've been wanting to do more on my Xmas in pink, but I just haven't been feeling it. So I haven't been forcing it. But I did, I've been working on my Millennium Falcon. I don't remember where I was last time, but I reached out to you guys and into the Instagram world about this, the outline of the Falcon. I'll put a picture here of what the pattern calls for, and you'll see that there's a black outline, not even a black line, a black circle behind the Falcon. And with this fabric, with how beautiful it is, this is Galaxy Opalescent fabric from Mystic's Hand-Dyed Fabric, Misty. See Misty on Facebook. She's got a group, and amazing. I talk about her every time because I have a fair amount of her pieces, and I'm still blown away each time. But anyway, so I decided just to do, with the help of you guys and help me decide, I just did an outline of the Falcon. I don't want to cover up with all the black, like the weird just black circle. So, and I'm still going to do whatever the planet is over here or over here. And then see, the gray is here, like a little bit of a highlight, but then also there's an empty space here. That calls for whatever color that I'm going to do the big planet in over here. I haven't decided that yet. I have several options that I'm going back and forth. I really just want to get the Falcon done, minus these little bit of accents here, and see what it's looking like. So I'm a Star Wars girl. Always have been. And I'm not going to mess up my favorite ship in the whole verse. So, I have an X-Wing on my back. Tattooed, obviously. But this is my home. Chewie, we're home. So anyways, that's where we're at. If you want to follow along, and if you're working on any Star Wars pieces, for Lolly's birthday, she decided to do this, a Star Wars Sal, and it's still going on. It's the actual tag is SW Sept Tal. That's not it. Sorry, SW Sept Sal. Let me look down to make sure. Yeah, SWSEPTSAL. If you want to tag any of your Star Wars stuff that you're working on, join in. We're not being formal about this. It's no longer September, obviously, but Star Wars is life and Star Wars is year-round. I'm gonna keep working on this much. So that's my one baby that I'm working on, and this other one is my Froth and Bubble by Long Dog Samplers. I said it right. Did I say it right? No, I can't even remember. I'll never be able to do it again. But Long Dog Samplers. This is Froth and Bubble. This is my own personal color conversion that I'm just pretty much making up as I go along. I have it written down and I'm keeping track of it if anyone ever cares to kind of go with it. But lots of people are doing this Sal as well. It is Long Dog Sal. It was originated by Zook Stitch. I'll put all this in the show notes down below. But this one's really fun. I love working on this piece. It is a tribute piece for my grandmother who passed a couple years ago. And every time I work on it, I think of her. I'm like, okay. And you know, she was a bit of an asshole, so I'm sure she's poking at me. You know, oh, you better get it done. And I'm like, you're right. You're right, I bet. So yeah, that's the two pieces I've worked on. Ooh, that light. Getting all washed out. That's it that I have for actual WIPs right now. Haul. I have a little bit of haul, but like the thing that I'm most excited about is I sent out an all call on Instagram when I saw this piece. I said, holy shit stain. Y'all, I've never had a unicorn before. I've never really had like a pattern that I was like, oh, I need to have it right now. And I can't find it. That's just, I mean, not to sound weird about it, but like all the ones that I've wanted have been readily available. And then I saw this somewhere originally. I think it might have been one of the Steel City Stitchers. And I still get like a throat chuckle, like a belly giggle about this whenever I see it. Or whenever I think about it, honestly. So, without further ado, oh, look at that glare, sorry. George and Martha Gobbleton by AuryTM. Y'all, if you follow me on Instagram, felt a mighty need for this. And this is not my typical style. I've never felt an urge to write the alphabet, so thankfully that's not on here, but I've also never really felt the urge to make any sort of kind of Nordic thing here. Maybe that's why I like, because I have a lot of Nordic heritage, but those are practically Nordic turkeys dressed as George and Martha Gobbleton. So, send out the all call and everyone's like, no, the designer no longer designs. They're actually really hard to find. I went to my all things cross stitch guru. You know who you are. And I was like, hey, you got any more of that Gobbleton? And she was like, oh honey, no, that's, you can look on eBay, but it's out of print and it's kind of hard to find. So I just started pushing all the buttons that I could. I just started random Facebook messaging people. I found that she used to live in Ohio. So I started in Ohio, like in the Cleveland area, because if there's going to be any shops that have it, it's probably somewhere where she used to live, because she probably frequented those shops. And my sleuthing skills paid the frick off, because Just Stitching in Strongville, Ohio responded very quickly to my Facebook messages. And look at that. And I don't normally talk about money, but look, $10. Y'all. She messaged me back. I said, hey, typing her on Facebook Messenger. I'm like, hey, do you happen to have any AuryTM designs, specifically the Gobbletons? She responded almost like right back, and mind you, I'm in Japan, so I don't know what she was doing up. She was like, yeah, yeah, we do. And I was like, lady, don't play with me. And I said, if you're messing with me, I'm going to cry. Be ready for a grown woman to cry big fat baby tears. I don't think I actually said that to her, but I was like, please don't fuck around. Please don't mess with me. So I even sent her a picture. I'm like, just to make sure we're talking about the right one. It's this, right? And she's like, yeah, hold it in my hand. I'm like, PayPal right now. So, she was amazing. The whole crew there, everyone that I talked to were absolutely amazing. I ordered a bunch, hold please, a fair amount of floss as well. Got a whole bunch of weeks. I'm not going to show you all of them because, but I want to show you this one. Look at that. Look how true that's color. It's bejeweled from Classic. And cat hair. Fuck. Ha. Look at that. That's right up my wheelhouse. And I thought of Mika, Darling Bluebell. She's moving into her new house. This isn't her in same color as she put on her walls, but my girl Mika will know about this. We're about that bejeweled life. Anyways, I got some others. I don't think you really care. Everyone knows Weeks Dye works and Classic Color works. So I have my Gobbletons and I'm going to start them. That's my plans for the next, because that's all the haul I got too. Nope. I love Bob's Burgers, like a lot. I'm a pretty close amalgamation of Linda and Louise, which are arguably the two worst characters on to be. I mean they're hilarious, but if you wanted to be a character, you would want to be more sweet and caring like Bob, not the random that is Louise and Linda. But that's me. But anyways, I found Gucci Kobe. So that motherfucker's getting turned into a needle minder stat. Look at him. Yeah. Why our whole family was Bob's Burgers for Halloween a couple years ago. If I have a picture, I'll toss it up here. It was great. It was great. My daughter is a slightly less awkward Tina, but she's only 10 right now, so she'll get there. But also, my baby, my first baby, she's turning 11 years old tomorrow. My Rowan, she is turning 11, and she's such a cool kid. Like, way cooler than I could ever, and not cool in like the traditional, ooh, I'm cool sense, but cool like caring and loving, and it's an all around great person. Hopefully I won't fuck her up too much. Please. That's what we're going for. So anyways, we are doing family dinner and gifts tomorrow after school, and then she's having a ceramic painting party on Saturday, which I'm a little worried about, because I don't really like kids. So I limited the amount of people that she could invite, because I'm an asshole. But also it's just my anxieties, the way my anxiety's built. It just doesn't let me function with that kind of stuff going on a whole lot. So Saturday in the afternoon, we're doing a ceramic painting party at the Arts and Crafts Center here. But even more anxiety on top of that anxiety, we are being visited by a super typhoon that's supposed to start making its appearance Saturday afternoon. We're supposed to be pretty okay. Just some strong winds and just some rain, but nothing the way that Tokyo is supposed to be hit. So please, if you are the praying type, tossing up good vibes and thoughts types, pray for those that are going to be affected by this. Hopefully it'll kind of, best case scenario, it'll bypass the island as much as it can, and a lot of people won't be displaced, but it's not looking great so far. So think about those that are in its path, because it's I know I will be, because it's gonna suck. So yeah, those are my plans. That's my haul. That's my plans. Time out. Okay, I know I said I was done with haul, but for my plans, I was talking about still wanting to work on George and Martha. or starting on George and Martha, I want some help picking out my fabric. So what, I never, you know, looking again, trying to chill up that glare. Got some cool colors, and of course, me being me, I can't leave those colors as they are. I have to pick whatever I have in my stash or whatever fancy floss I think will go well. But I think I want to do something kind of brownish in the back. Not as light as this. This is more cream. I could do some oatmeal, some plain Jane 14 count Ada oatmeal. Ada Army, Ada Gang. Whoop whoop. I could do that. I also have this really random toffee color. What the hell do you think that guy's at? Caramel? Caramel? What do you guys say? Caramel or caramel? I'm gonna match my eyeshadow today. Look at you, bitch. Could do that. I could do some misty fabric. Look at that. Look at that opalescent shine. It's not really showing up super clear, but it's more buttery in real life. Buttery brown. Do like that one. Then I also have these two pieces of, I think they're both Picture This Plus spice. Oh, look at me with Michelle Bendy's thing behind my head. Why it's behind my head? I don't know. I'm making my hair all poofy. But that's more like, this is spice. Or I can do gingerbread. Tell me what you think. I, of course, always lean towards opal because I'm a sparkle fool, but I don't know if that's really going to be the right vibe that I want to hit with it for fall. So, I don't know. Let your girl know what you think. What I should slap the Gobbletons on. Like a belly chuckle every time I see the word Gobbleton. No idea why. It just hits me in my giggle dick, and I love it. So yeah, that is my plans. I feel like I ask you guys for something every single video, and thankfully it's not like I'm asking for money, so it's fine, but I just like want your opinion or putting out something into the universe like, hey, what do you think about this? So I'm asking for help with the fabric on that, but then also I have this idea ruminating in my head. Almost like I'm not going to say it's not it, but a piece for my husband and I. We've been together almost 15 years. We are grade A dorks, but also we've been through a lot. He retired from the Army. He got medically retired just because he got blown up a couple times in Afghanistan and Iraq. So, but needless to say, he's been through a lot. He has a different outlook on life than the majority of people would ever imagine. Me not having gone through those exact experiences, but having seen him travel those roads, it makes your relationship have a different tone, almost like a playful, you never know what's going to happen, slightly more morbid tone, because at any given moment he could have not come back. At any given moment, I could not walk through that door again. And it's kind of that keeps that in our minds of, we've been through so much and we're going to keep going through stuff because, we're in a brand new country. But what really matters is how we are with each other. So that being said, this song has been in my head, and it's one of our favorite songs. It's by Hozier, H-O-Z-I-E-R. And it's actually called the Work Song. But there's a lot, and we love this song since we first heard it when it came out several years ago. And I heard this line, and we were just listening to the music together. I don't think, it was when the album first dropped. I think we were driving around somewhere, we were on one of our many road trips, and both of us heard this song for the first time. And this line is, he's singing about, a woman that he met, and how it kind of healed him almost, but he felt his type of normal with her. And the line is, I'm gonna look down so I can remember it, because it's no grave can hold me down, I'll crawl home to her. And like, of course, and because we're weird, we're like, zombies. It's a zombie. Because, dude, no grave can, even when I die, when I'm dead in the ground, I'm still gonna come, I'm gonna find her. Hopefully not to eat her brains, but, you know, I mean, shit, if I'm gone, you're gone. No, but it was the sentiment behind it, which I'm sure some of you agree with, is it's sweet, but it's morbid too. It's, after I'm gone, you're still gonna be in my heart. You're still gonna be on my mind. So I have this idea of, I want to use that line, that lyric, which is also a Johnny Cash line, because I couldn't figure out why I knew it before. Like, why do I know that line? Johnny Cash song. I don't remember the exact song. And it's not, I've listened to that song several times. It's not similar to the Work song, but it has that same line. Different feel. Anyways, I see a weeping tree. I see like some small old gravestones, like not really detailed, but mostly like a weeping willow or a weeping cherry or something. And then that lyric in it. I have no problem adding in the words, the lyrics to it, the text. I just need to find a basis for, because I can't design a tree. I can run a text maker and try to fit it into the thing. I'll MacGyver my way through that. But coming with the basic of the whole pattern behind it, that's what I need help with. So, Jesus Christ, my rambling. What I need is you to hit me up with some thoughts of that. What you guys think might, if anything popped in your head right now, like, ooh, I saw blah 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 designer, and there, you know, or I saw in this magazine. Drop a link or just the name of it below to put me on this search to find it, because I'm feeling that need. Can't say it's a unicorn because I don't think the pattern really exists yet. So once I'm able to get this figured out, then that's gonna be my next big project, my big ass piece, my BAPs, my big bitch Mondays projects. Love you, Scruffy Knitter. Love you, Bearded Stitcher. Yeah, that's what I want to work on. So if you guys can think of any of that, hit me here. Find me on Instagram, Roladex. Come find me on Instagram anyways. I love chatting with you guys. It makes me just, I'm so isolated, not to sound too needy, but I'm pretty damn isolated over here anyways, and I'm in the future. I'm 13 hours ahead of the majority of you in the States. So, right now, I don't even know what the hell time it is, but I'm ahead of y'all. And I like when you message me. I'm a needy one, apparently. It's just lonely. It's hard being over here sometimes. But anyways, so yeah, think of those patterns. Anything, like I said, weeping willow-ish, weeping cherry, weeping tree, some almost like a graveyard underneath. Then I can put the words somewhere. Basic, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even have to be too detailed if you don't like it to be. Hit me with any and all designs, ideas. Thank you much. Arigato gozaimasu. What else? I think that's about it. But I did want to say thank you all again. And before we sign off, I want to put something out in the world that I'm starting a tag, not for like a sal or anything, but it's what I love about this community is how much we build each other up. There is no lack of comfort and participation and encouragement with these people. Pretty much all across the board. I'm sure there's the outliers that are just grouchy ass bitches, but they'll die one day. It'll be fine. What I'm saying is I love how happy and encouraging we all are. And I think sometimes we forget ourselves in those lists. And I want everyone to kind of take a minute and think of something really kind of cool that you've done. It doesn't have to be, oh, I won the Nobel Peace Prize, but girl, if you won the Nobel Peace Prize, let me know, because I think that's like the coolest damn thing ever. It doesn't have to be anything like that. It could be, like for mine, for example, when I was thinking about this, I have learned to drive on the complete opposite side of the road and on the opposite side of the car. My steering wheel is over here and I drive like this on the left side of the road. 36 years old, that's new, obviously. It goes against everything we've ever been taught in the States. Just have to think left over and over and over again. But when I first got here, I was like, I'll never be able to do this. This is outside my realm of possibility. It's not going to happen. And then I just did it, which is one of the hardest things. I wouldn't let myself try at first. And finally I was like, oh, I gotta do it. And I just took off, and it was great. I mean, I'm not a great driver anyways, but you know, it's those small things, those small wins that we need to celebrate with ourselves as well. So the tag that I looked up, and there's nothing on Instagram in this particular tag, so I am going to tell me here in the comments or just tag it on Instagram, brag on me FT. So brag on me Flosstube. I'll put a link down below as well. If I can make it show up right here, I will, but I don't know if I'll be able to figure that out. So BRAGONME FT. Brag on me FT. Because we're badass motherfuckers. I don't know if anyone's told you yet today, but you are. And we gotta remind ourselves of that every once in a while. Because it's important to build each other up, but you can't keep pushing everyone else up if you're languishing at the bottom. So remember yourself, be kind to yourself, and keep that shit rolling. So, I want to do a couple of shout outs right before I leave. New one that I've been watching, I've seen a couple of her videos, is Lady Robin S. She's a delight, loving her. Janet Jabber, also just spunky, has great personality. She's going through, I'm from Ohio, so I understand her she's on strike with, well, her company, I believe it's GM. If not, I'm sorry. But, you know, they're going through a strike right now, and it's totally throwing off her equilibrium. And that, I hope she knows that she's stronger than she could ever imagine, because she's doing that. And there's times where she's feeling like she can't do it, I'm sure. But every day she gets back up and she does it, so brag on me FT, because you're a badass. Of course, I know everyone's been talking about them, but I still, it's Married with Stitches, Christian and Derek. I can't say how much I love them. I giggle, and like just their back and forth, their obvious enjoyment of each other hits it out of the park every time. So boys, I love ya. Hey. High key stalking. I actually have followed Christian for a while. He's scruffy knitter, and I think I first found him because of all of his pets. He has Sphinx cats, or at least he did. I don't know. And then he's got some Dalmatians. Love them. I think Dalmatian is a Great Dane. Maybe one of both. I digress. So yeah, Crafty Peacock Stitchery. Katie, she's awesome as well. Those are the ones that I love. I need to say hey and thank you for the update on the stand gate. Mama Metzger, Daphne, look up. They're tooling with you now. The children, they're plotting. They're gonna mess with you, so get ready. And I don't know how it got in my room. Every mom knows that line. Boy, really? So yeah, I say he needs a repayment. He needs something done to him, and he'd be like, I don't know how that happened. I'm not saying like poke him in the eye or anything, but you know, get with me. We'll get some good ideas. All right, I think that's about it for my rambling. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again and letting me just regurgitate at you. And thanks for watching. I'm so glad I got that random fall of my Dorothy slippers. Well, yeah, little Dorothy slippers. It's immortalized. The yokai are coming at you. They wanted to be on Flosstube. All right. Again, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Hopefully, I'll be back on a regular schedule now that my mouth adventure is hopefully done and over. Thanks again, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.